everyone. Welcome to another episode of Conversations That Inspire with your host, Kim Castellano. I really apologize. It's been a long time since we've been here in the living room talking to you through, talking about stress management. You've maybe even seen some reruns. I just want to say thank you for being patient with us. But just to get this started again, getting back behind the camera and talking to you about a topic that we're so passionate about, which is stress management. If you know me, I've struggled with my own life experiences, and I know that taking care of yourself and making time is sometimes overwhelming, right? Sometimes I don't even have the time. If you know me, I spin a lot of plates, do a lot of work in the community, and you probably say, Kim, how do you do it? So I do it intentionally, focusing on my well-being. So chronic or unmanaged stress or long-term stress, because that's what I just came out of, some long-term stress, actually increases poor mental health. So that also leads to depression, anxiety, also pain in your body, substance use problems. Okay, so you're using them as an escape to relax. Your body can only go so long, so you really do need to take the time and make a commitment. So this year's theme for Stress Awareness Month is little by little, step by step, to better your health and your mental health. So without that, I just want to say that it takes a commitment. So you need to make a little step. We're not saying like take a big step. We're not saying, Kim, my life is so out of control, I don't even know where to start. What we're saying is just to take one baby step, one little step every day. But you have to make a commitment to making that change. So step by step, little by little, you'll see a bigger impact. So I think that's the studies are saying. It's like, we're looking at our lives, it's all out of whack. So if you come to my stress workshops, we look at your whole life on paper and all the different areas. And right now, maybe you're watching, you're saying, Kim, life is just too overwhelming for me. I'm not asking you to fix everything, because guess what? We can't. Life gets messy. Life gets very busy. And if you know me, it's very busy. And I have to make that time. I always tell people, if I have to make these steps, you're going to make those steps. So I never ask you to do something that I haven't done already. So you can make those big changes and see the results that you want, but it's going to take a small commitment. Okay, so every day for the next 30 days is the challenge. Some ideas to get you started, okay, so is to connect with someone. Maybe that's what you need to do, is to connect to someone. You've been isolated, you've been alone. We started these Just Walk groups, and we're walking at 8 o'clock in the morning on Monday and Wednesday. We're walking and talking, and this is a safe group for someone to just come out of the house for an hour, get to the park, go to the walking path, and walk and talk. I'm not asking you to go someplace for 4 hours. I'm asking you to just go for an hour. Maybe pick up the phone call and connect with someone. Maybe find a support group that you need so that you could really work through working through your feelings and emotions, okay? But making that commitment. Prioritize your sleep. So take small steps to improve your bedtime routine. So that's usually where it starts, right? So maybe minimizing, saying 20 minutes of minimizing the screen time. So say 20 minutes before I go to bed every night, I'm going to stop all the stimulation, because that's what it is. You're too stimulated. You just got done watching a movie. Maybe have a cup of tea. Maybe just sit in quiet. Jot down your notes, thoughts of the day, and then put them aside and go to bed, and just put them aside till tomorrow. It's not like you're putting them aside and they're going away. Tomorrow's another day you get to do those things. Try and get a little bit extra sleep every night, and you'll feel better, okay? So get moving. This is my fun one. Move in the way that's for you. So whether it's walking, running, doing yoga, stretching, maybe even gardening, just get moving. We have to start moving our bodies so that we can release those endorphins that make you feel really good, right? And it also releases the tension. So if you're at the computer and you're working really hard, or you're just involved in something that was really serious, step away, get moving, go outside, open the door, get some fresh air, walk around the block, maybe take your lunch, take lunch outside, walk in nature, but get moving. Get those endorphins really going. So spend time in nature. If you've been following me on social media, I've been on a hunt for waterfalls. So the waterfalls for me, it really turns on the relaxation response, helps me get my mindfulness practice going, puts me back in center, and it grounds me. So if you know me, I love to walk in a park. I love to go find water. But spend time in nature. Take some time during the day to step away and get some fresh air and spend some time in nature. That may be, like I said, eating lunch outside, taking a short walk in the afternoon, or maybe after dinner, taking a short walk. The weather is getting better. Get outside. Maybe even if you can't walk, let's just say, I totally understand it. We have people in our support groups that are in wheelchairs, that walk with walkers, they have canes, they have ailments, they can't do that. Can you go outside and sit on your front porch? You may get a lounge chair or a chair to sit outside. Just look at nature. Look at the birds. Look, how many cardinals can you find? Just look around. Look at the sky. Look how green the grass is. But really, spend some time in nature and stimulate those senses and look around. And that leads us to breathe deeply. Okay. Breathing like that causes more anxiety and stress. So when something happens, all of a sudden you feel yourself breathing faster and faster, it only makes the matters worse. So right there, I normally would say stop and take that deep breath in, ground myself, hold on to the seat, and just breathe out. Making this video right now and getting back on the horse here is nerve-wracking for me. So I'm just going to take this moment right now with you and just take that deep breath in and deep breath out. I'm not saying do this for 20 minutes. I'm saying just do it for a moment. Do it for a minute. When something feels like it's, sets the alarm off, just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And it changes everything. And what it's doing is it turns on the relaxation response. It's an automatic, we were created to just, be alerted and then relax. So that's what we're doing. And you can hear a lot of people saying it, but try it. Try just taking that deep breath in and deep breath out. And practice mindfulness. And you've heard a lot of this stuff, right? Practicing mindfulness. What does that mean, Kim? It's really just being in the moment. Like stopping yourself and looking around and smelling, sensing, looking at color, distracting your thoughts. So mindfulness, practicing mindfulness is a lot easier when you go out and do an activity. So if you're doing an activity, if you're walking the dog, you're doing the dishes, that's the moment right there. You can say, let me practice this. Can you smell the dish soap? Can you see the bubbles? Can you hear the water? Right? So be mindful that there's dishes, the colors, look around when you're walking in nature. Okay, look at the bark on the trees. We look at them, but I walk up to them and I touch them. So that's really like being mindful. Anyway, pick one thing, one little step, one thing that you think that you can do this month, okay, over the next 30 days that you're committed to, that would bring a big change in your mental health. Maybe it is starting a nature walk. Maybe it is getting in a car. Maybe you live in this city like I do. I need to literally get in my car and drive to a park. So sometimes the walks in the morning, they're long. I have to get up in the morning, get myself dressed before 8 o'clock, and I got to drive 20 minutes to the park where I chose to do this walking group. But I'm committed, but so are the other women. In January, in the dead of winter, we started a walking group and found 4 committed women to getting up in the morning, getting onto the other side of Clifton, and walking. And now there's 10 of us. So I know that if you can find those small support groups, find a group to connect to, it'll really change your well-being and you'll feel so much better coming into this 2024. So listen, I could sit here and talk all day about stress and what you could do. I do want to hear how you've been making those commitments. What are your little by little steps? What little by little step have you committed to doing over the next 30 days? Maybe it is journaling, maybe it is walking, maybe it is yoga, maybe it is going back to your support group. But find something to do, and I look forward to hearing from you. Now, we're going to go into the kitchen with Laura. Laura, if you know Laura, she's been with our organization for many, many years, inspiring us to eat healthy and to stay fit and it is a part of our well-being. And we're talking about stress this month, so I'm really interested to see how Laura is going to just tie this whole thing together. So thanks. Just stay with us. Okay, so we're back here in the kitchen. So thank you so much for sticking with us, right? So Laura, we're back here, back in the kitchen. A little different, that's okay. Yeah. So listen, we're talking today, we're just telling our viewers about stress. This month is April, and it's Stress Awareness Month, and our mental health. And we need to start taking, steps, baby steps, little commitments. Right. To feeling better. Now, I know that stress, financial stress, when it comes to food, what we've been dealing with.
It's a lot.
So it's a lot. We know that having access to food has been a challenge for some.
Yes.
Right? And we've been able to meet some of those people's needs. Mm-hmm. But now, we get this food, and it's like, what do we do with it?
Okay. So, not having access to food and healthy food is a big stressor in a lot of families. But you can eat healthy on a budget. You have to be aware of what your budget is and how you're going to spend. Buying produce. Now, you know me,
mm-hmm.
100% plant-based. I've been like this forever. But actually eating plant-based does help you save money. Of course, a head of cabbage is going to be a lot less than like a steak. Something like that. And there's a lot of nutrition. And what I have here today is food that we have access to that is budget-friendly food that's delicious and it's healthy for the family. So we're going to start with baking a potato. Like this is a little small potato, but you can get a bigger Idaho potato and bake it for 400. Now potatoes are very healthy for us. They have a lot of vitamin C. They have something called resistant starch, and what resistant starch is a fiber that does not digest in our large intestines. So the good bacteria eats it up and gets healthier, and we get healthier. Not only our gut health, but our brain health. Now the other thing with resistant starch, it does help lower our blood sugar levels. A lot of people are aware of their blood sugar levels and that we need to have it at a healthy level.
Potatoes? I thought we can't eat potatoes. Starch.
That's it. It's a resistance.
I love potatoes.
And if you make your potato, and these potatoes were baked potato, or if you even roast your potato, or if you boil your potato and put it in the refrigerator overnight, the glucose level goes down and the nutritional level goes up.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so what I have here.
So you took some baked potatoes.
Baked potatoes.
Slice them in half, throw them in the oven.
I didn't slice them in half. I cut them whole.
Cut them.
I had them whole, and then I sliced them in half after they were baked. And I am scooping the inside out. Let me just move my little potato masher over here. Scooping the inside out.
Okay.
Did you see?
Yep, I can see. Scoop it out. Now, I would say do them when they're cool, because a hot potato, you're not touching.
Exactly.
Like
and I did, the recipes are going to be posted on Conversations That Inspire. So
we'll get those recipes out there.
So you want the skin intact, but you want the meat part of the potato out. And then over here, we have already sauteed, just to speed things along.
It smells really good here.
It is. Anything with onions and garlic. So we have...
So in a frying pan.
In a frying pan. Now also what I did was I did not use oil in this. To help, again, it saves money. You just do a little bit of vegetable broth or water, and it saves on calories and it saves on money. So we had the onion, the garlic. Now onion is fabulous for our cholesterol, to help reduce cholesterol, and it's also fabulous to for our gut health, our brain health, and it's anti-cancer, along with garlic. Then you're going to put in carrots. I have small diced carrots here.
Very small diced carrots.
I know.
Like perfectly diced carrots.
Thank you. I've been
you chop those things like that. They're like perfect. It's like I would be a mess. I guess you need a good knife.
Yeah, you do need a good knife.
I need to sharpen my
knives. You know what? Having a sharp knife
I need to sharpen my knives.
better and safer adult life
Yes,
when their
it's bad.
accidents happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have the chopped carrots in
Mhm.
there. And carrots, as everyone knows, good for your eye health.
Mhm.
It's great for your skin health. It's anti-inflammatory. It's very good for our family.
I think kids like carrots too.
Kids love carrots.
Most
Yeah,
people
it's-
do like carrots.
There's a sweetness to them.
Yeah, there
You know,
is.
there really is a sweetness to them, and they're full of beta carotene, and like I said, they help build your immune
Mhm.
system. Now, I sautéed this for about 5 minutes. Then I threw in some cabbage, because this is all food that's
Cabbage.
accessible to us. Now, cabbage, again, I call cabbage the nutritionally dense, powerhouse, inexpensive way to get your vitamins in. Cabbage is really an inexpensive vegetable, and you could do so many things with cabbage. My sister-in-law last night made cabbage steaks, and she called me up. She was all excited. They were delicious.
Oh.
Cabbage steaks. We should do that next go about. And cabbage has something called vitamin K in it, and vitamin K is very important for our bone health, and it's also very important to help our blood clot. But if you're on anti-blood clotting medication, don't use cabbage. We'll use another green that doesn't have high vitamin K in it. Okay, and we just sauteed this all up.
So that's not even a lot.
No, it's
Not
not.
just like one.
Right. Then I had some cabbage that I had made for a soup, and I had extra cabbage left. Excuse me, cauliflower. Cauliflower left over, and so I just threw some
So is
cauliflower.
that roasted
Yeah.
already?
Yeah, because
Okay.
it was for a soup that.
Because I saw like these tiny little.
Yeah. I
Okay.
could even throw some more of these in there.
Oh,
Why
so
not?
it's already cooked.
This is already cooked, so I threw this in at the end.
And the little.
They're little, nice and tiny, small chop.
I noticed that you like small.
Have to chew it. Sorry,
Right.
allergies. Excuse
Okay.
me. So yeah, you do have to chew it,
Get you some water.
and it's good.
Need water?
Yep.
Yes. She needs water.
Break that one a minute.
I'll get you some water. There we go. We're in the kitchen, Laura. We're already here.
You can edit that, right?
That's how real this gets, right?
Right. That's how it goes.
So we're gonna get you some water in the kitchen. Don't mind my kitchen. So if you, I mean, I am in my kitchen.
You
So
are.
we have a little Victorian, I think this house is built in 1900s.
Right.
But it's here. It's good. Better?
Yes.
All right, so we're in allergy season.
Allergy season, big time.
Yeah,
I don't always get that.
I've been
Every
doing
7
Claire.
years,
I've been
yeah.
on Claritin for a week. All right, so what do
So
we got?
cabbage is also very good anti-inflammatory. So
Mhm.
this is great. So what we're going to do here now is we scoop this. Oh,
So yeah, what's up with the potato?
yeah,
Scoop
we're
the
going-
potato into the bowl.
Yeah, and we're going to mash this all together.
A bigger spoon.
Nah, it's all good. However much you want in here. Oops, I'm making a mess on your table. We're just going to mash it a little bit.
Oh, so this is stuffed.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you're stuffing. Okay. Some people will stuff the potato with bacon. I know. Laura's a vegan, so there's no bacon.
Yeah,
in
but
this.
bacon's
If
not
you want, I
one.
bet you could put bacon in there.
But why would you want it for
I
your
don't know.
health?
I know. Bacon. I know. Clog your arteries.
Clog your arteries.
Yeah.
You're unclogging with this. This is to unclog your arteries. It's very simple.
I bet you someone would try and put ham in that. Yeah, but that looks beautiful.
Look at the colors.
Look, it's so Eastery too. You know, like
Yeah.
spring. Because
Oh,
spring, I think of the onions and the carrots
I
and
put a squish.
a lemon
Lemon.
juice.
Because lemon, vitamin C.
Okay,
And
what
it-
other seasonings did you put in there?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I happen
Parsley.
to have dill, so
I
I use
love dill.
dill. I think dill is great with potatoes.
Yeah, dill with potatoes is like a win.
And parsley, but whatever seasoning you have in your house, you could
Okay.
use.
Is this
Absolutely.
garlic?
Yep.
So you would saute that in this pan?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
garlic, the onion.
The garlic, the onions, and
everything.
the carrots go first. And
Okay,
then-
put the
and-
carrots in first with the
Yeah,
little
because
broth.
because it takes a little bit longer
Right,
to cook.
and then start adding in the cabbage.
Yeah, and
Um,
cabbage, and if you have any cooked vegetables laying around, throw that in.
Okay. But they look really pretty.
See how easy this is, Kim?
Yeah,
You
now
could
can you
really-
freeze them?
I'm not a fan of freezing potatoes. I don't like the way that the texture is on potatoes.
Okay.
I know people who do. I personally am not a fan of
Right,
freezing
so you would
potatoes.
make enough for like
But
the
you
4-day
can
roll
make this vegetable mix and freeze
and
it.
freeze that?
Yeah.
Without losing any nutrition?
Right. Freezing is great.
Okay.
I prefer freezing over canned things,
Okay.
frozen. Like in the summertime, springtime, we have access to a lot of vegetables here in this part of the world.
Mm-hmm.
But when the winter comes, we don't. Using
No.
frozen vegetables is a great way.
Yeah.
Just make sure you check the sodium content
Right.
and make sure you check the sugar, that there's no added sugar or sodium.
So I noticed like in the supermarket now when you're talking frozen, not everything in there is good.
No.
Because I couldn't believe it. I was like, where's my regular bag of broccoli?
Right.
So it's mixed in with those small bags of the broccoli mixed with sauces. And I'm like, I did try it once. No, I just wanted the broccoli. So now it looks like they're making these little bags where you microwave them, and then there's sauce and there's seasonings and everything. I'm not sure that's, I mean,
It's
that's
not a healthy choice.
Not a healthy choice.
I mean, once in a while.
I mean,
you know,
I don't even think it tastes that
People
well.
go to drive-throughs to get baked potatoes.
Right.
Like, you're spending maybe $4 or $5 to get a baked potato when if you buy one potato and put it in the oven, it's going to cost you like 50 cents.
Right.
You know,
Especially if you're
it's
feeding
like-
a family.
Yes, and you're feeding a family.
Now those big bags of potatoes, just throw them in the oven. You get a big bag of potatoes,
Yeah.
throw them in the oven, bake them, and I leave them in the refrigerator. So when I'm hungry, sweet potatoes, a baked potato,
Yes.
plain, just like that.
they're good.
And I'll just grab it and go.
You know what I do?
I do the same thing. I'll bake a potato or a sweet potato,
And sometimes I'll slice it almost into rounds, put it in the toaster oven, and use that as a cracker. So at least I'm getting the health benefits
Right.
of eating potatoes, which they're very healthy. Sweet potatoes, very, very healthy.
Very good for you. Yeah.
and you know,
But it's like, again, you have to so I know prepping. So people are so with their time. But a commitment would be
One afternoon, maybe
a
a
Sunday
Saturday
afternoon.
or a Sunday, whatever day
Right.
that you don't have to go to work is a
Right.
great day to say, you know, for 2 hours I'm just going to prep.
gonna prep this stuff.
Yeah, and
Cut
like-
your vegetables, put them in the refrigerator.
Right. And even like something like this, like cutting up your onions, your garlic,
Yeah.
your celery and your carrots and making it into a mixture. Okay,
And
just
having-
sauteing it and then putting it in the refrigerator
Right.
and the freezer in little handy
So,
packets.
you know, I follow Facebook, and since I'm a foodie like this, I've seen where people put them in Ziploc bags, like a whole mixture of this. Put it in a Ziploc bag, label it,
Yes.
date it, put it in the freezer.
Yeah.
And then when you want it,
It's
then
ready
you
to
just
go.
start going and it's already cut, chopped. Now you
Yes.
just need to saute it.
You could even
Or just
have
do it just like
I would
this.
have it sauteed first and then put it in and then you could use it to make soups or
Whatever, and you're ready to
stews or
saute.
chilies or whatever. It's already done.
And that would probably stay in the refrigerator probably for 3 months. Freezer.
Freezer.
3 months. After that,
Right.
I think everything loses its quality.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the thing. Like, we're eating this because we want the vitamins, but I don't
Yes.
want to leave it in there for 6 months.
Right,
Thinking it has the same nutrition. I'm not
A
sure.
freezer is better
Right.
than in the refrigerator. In the refrigerator, no more than 3 days.
Right.
In the freezer.
So if
I
you
would say-
prepped, so I'm trying to think how time-wise. So if you prepped enough of your vegetables for 1 month,
Yes.
that means every week that you're going to pull out making your meals.
Right.
The bag's already done, but you're taking one time to prep this stuff.
Yes.
Put it in the freezer, and your onions are diced, your carrots are diced. That's
Everything.
the time-consuming thing.
Yes.
So when I come home, I gotta throw this all in here. This doesn't take long at all.
No, it doesn't.
It
really
doesn't take long at all.
Like, yes, I mean, this, honestly, to saute this whole thing was maybe 15 minutes. Maybe 15 minutes. I mean, the potatoes took about 40
Right.
minutes in the oven, but that's not that long
Right.
when you think about it. And if you have it pre-done.
Right,
It's
pre-cut. I'm trying to figure out how to make my life easier because that's what I was doing, cutting everything, getting it from the supermarket, cutting everything, put it in the refrigerator, and I was making my salads 3 days in a row, all stacked up. Salads, pull it out of the refrigerator and,
And
go.
that
And it was
lessens
great.
the stress in your life.
Less stress, and I was like, wow, I was able to eat a salad
Yes.
for lunch. If I'm not bringing this with me to lunch, it's not happening. I'm coming home eating, and it's just, I got to make a commitment.
You do have to make a commitment.
I have to make a
And the whole
commitment, say,
thing
okay,
is,
Kim.
a lot of people think going to fast food restaurants.
No,
like
feel
the
good after eating.
Not only that, but you really, not only are you wreaking havoc on your health, but you're wreaking havoc on your wallet too. People think
It's
that
expensive.
it is expensive.
I couldn't believe it. I was just like, well, first of all, a bagel and a cup of coffee was like $6-7. I'm like, this is
You
not
gotta be
me.
kidding me.
I was like, well, that was a big mistake, but $7. And I thought, $7. How long do I have to work to get $7 to eat that? So
Right.
yeah. So listen, let's take a wrap.
Okay.
And I think this was
Healthy,
great.
happy, cooking,
Healthy.
everybody.
Yes. So thank you, Laura.
My glove.
Yes, that's okay. I'm going to definitely taste this. So listen, thanks for watching another episode in the kitchen with Laura. So that's the end of our show. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Conversations That Inspire with your host, Kim Castellano. I want to say thank you to our guest today, Laura Orbe from Healing Through Nutrition. I hope you've learned some little valuable little tips inside the kitchen. And also, just to recap about stress, April is Stress Awareness Month. But for me, Stress Awareness Month is every single day. I wake up and this should be the same for you. Stress is a serious something serious that we really need to get a hold of, and your mental health is very important. You'll feel so much better, but I want you to be committed to taking one step. That's what we said, one step by step is the theme this year for stress, and it's taking one step in the right direction, being committed to that one thing for 30 days. I'd like to hear what you're going to be committed to. I'm committed to spending more time in nature and depugging and getting away from social media, and also, constantly working hard. So I love to hear. You can email me your responses at kim@powerof1ccom.org, or you can go to our website at powerof1ccom.org. You can also look on the website there where we have our walking group. I invite you, if you're in the Clifton area and you're looking for something, to connect to, we have two ways that you can connect to someone or something or a group. And we have our Just Walk, which means Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 in the morning at Richardson Scales Park on Van Houten Ave in Clifton. Or you can also come to our stress support group. You can email me, kim@powerof1ccom.org, and I will send you the invitation to our stress relief support group. It's for stress, anxiety, and grief, and it mainly focuses on women issues. So thank you so much. I look forward to another episode with you. So thanks. Bye-bye.